All right, so we're getting ready to start, and I'm going to draw the 4 cards for dispatch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here's the one for Mallory, E13. So E13 is there. And each cut must either suffer 2 stress or place an asset. I think everybody's going to just take the 2 stress. Although this is becoming a bit much. Wilson's up to 6. Okay, so, but doing the assets is not the right way to go, that's for certain. So now we're on Merrill. Holy cow, these events are just brutal, and I keep putting them in the wrong pile. Sorry, someone's at my door. So, hey, Mindy, come here, hey, shh. Oh, I don't want to hit stop. It's only a minute in. Come on. Hey. Hey. Come here. Come here. Yes. It's all good. It's all good. All right. Crisis. So, here we go. Each cut must either discard a lead they control or they are blackmailed. That's even worse. All right, so blackmail for Selena is 1 stress. Boy, I got a lot of stress all of a sudden. For Merrill, it's 2 stress. So putting in a 5, take out 3. She's up to 7 stress. And for Wilson, it's 1 stress. He's up to 7. And for Mallory, she has to actually draw another crime card. So she gets another one, P13. That was a little unfortunate. Oh yeah, that one's done. Where did the card go? These events are brutal. And then the last but not least, we get an R28. So that would be way over here. Okay, so this dispatch phase really punched us hard. Okay, so we're now on peanut butter cup time. And I'm going to start with Mallory. And what's interesting is I was going to, with Mallory, I was going to not play that card, but now I feel like I have to. And it's the one that we've been playing all along, the You Okay, yeah? So everybody's going to discard 1 stress and gain a hunch. And then somebody's going to either draw or play a card. So I got to figure that part out. But I'm going to go ahead and take the stress away from all 4 of them. That was very much needed. And then I'm going to give everybody a hunch. Also very much needed. That's Wilson and Merrill's first hunch. And then she only has 2 cards. For each hunch you have, you may place 1 progress on a crime. She currently has... She has 4 hunches. Now, I would really love to know, can I really place 4 progress on 4 different crimes? Or is it just I can only put progress on one crime? So if the crime only has a 3 progress limit, then yeah, I only get to do 3. I mean, what if I had 12 hunches? Could I really just put out 12 progress? It just seems super powerful. So I have to make a decision, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it it's limited to just one crime. Like I can't just spread it out amongst a million crimes. So she has 2 of them in front of her that are 3. So this one here is all the way over by the airport, B31, and it needs 4 progress. So I'm going to go ahead and bust this one. So I will play the card to bust that one. For each hunch I have, you may place 1 progress on a crime. That's my thing. Since it says a crime, I figured I pick 1 crime, that one. I have 4 hunches, so I just busted that one. But the card's gone, so it is a 1-use card. And then I can try to engage this Anatoly guy. I can discard a hunch to reduce its resistance by 1, which would make its resistance 0, which is good. And then I get to gain the hunch back because her ability is that I gain a hunch after I do this, and it's her tactic that's allowing me to do this. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to discard a hunch and then gain a hunch back. So I'm going to roll 2 dice against him, but there's no resistance now. And I drew 2 of those. So I can put 2 progress on him, or I can gain 2 hunches. I'm going to gain 2 hunches. I don't think you ever have too many. And the unfortunate part is at the beginning of my turn, I should have done this. But I didn't realize. Because I think you have to spend them. Yeah, you have to discard them. So it's not quite as easy. So I'm going to move to Selena then. And she is going to discard 3 hunches. She had 5. She's discarding 3 hunches because we really want to get this clue out, whatever it is. So 1, 2, and sure enough, we finally got one. So we got the green clue, and I'm not going to be gun shy about starting on this clue because like we just established, I need 16 progress on it. And it does have a 0 by the book resistance, which is very, very good. And you could reduce the cautious resistance on this particular one. All right, so it's the green clue, and it's on P13. So P13 is exactly the same location as this crime. So it's a wonderful spot to try to be at. And I said we were doing Sylvia, so let's look at her cards. She still doesn't have anything in front of her, so she's just going to engage a crime. And she's going to engage one of the 2 that Mallory has because they're the resistance ones. And so one's on E13 and one's on P13. This is the P13, which I think we're going to be able to engage. The E13 is a little further up, so let's engage one of those. And then we're going to get her tactic in play. So that'll be her card play. She's not going to move, so she will heal 1 stress. And Mallory Dawson also didn't move, and I forgot to heal 1 of her stress. So consider that done as well. And then for her action, she's going to roll the 2 dice, then resolve a prepared effect. Well, the prepared effect we just did lets her discard another stress. Now, she can gain a stress to roll another die, but she already gets to roll a 3rd die because of her practiced patience. So this one gives her a 3rd die, and then this one would give her a 4th if she's willing to take a stress. And then because of her ability, she can discard that stress. So it's sort of like a net effect of 0. But she's going to just discard a stress. We're not going to play around. This thing has 0 resistance, but 3 life points. And we're doing the one that's on E13 there, which is like at City Hall. And one, I'm going to re-roll this one. Oh, crit. All right, so we got 2 successes. And I'm going to take the influence from this one and spend 1 on that one. So it's a net of 0. And just in case you're wondering, I can't use this one to pay for that one. I do have 2 of them. So I would be spending one of the ones I have and then just to do this and then getting this to replace it. So net effect is 0, but you do have to at least have 1 in your inventory in order to pull that off. And so yes, I did the 3 successes. And so the E13, this is one of those ones that would get resistances if influence goes on there. This one's gone. So we busted E13. Very much liking Selena Gonzalez so far. It's an excellent character. In fact, I'm not sure if there's any I don't like yet. The Meryl Jones one is probably the weakest one right now. But even she's pretty cool. I sort of think that maybe I would take Gabe Fulton again for the aggressive play that he does. Or maybe try Maura Banks because she does the aggressive style. And then, of course, Rice Murdoch does aggressive, but we already tried that experiment once. Okay, so that's Selena. We did the move, we did the action, we did the card. Done. Mallory's done. So let's do Meryl. Meryl's got this one annoying guy in front of her who just needs 1 hit on it. So she can go ahead and encounter it. She doesn't need to gain stress. We do have a tactic card we can get played. If we suffered at least 2 stress, gain 1 hunch each time a crime is busted. So let's get that in play right now, because she has 6 stress right now. And so by getting that in play, if she busts this particular crime, she's going to, and she got a crit, so she's going to get a hunch from this. And then those 2 was overkill because this had 3 on it. So we busted this one. And so she's going to get 2 hunches for that. 1 for this and then 1 for her card that she just played. So then she has this thing. Each cop in your location discards 1 stress for an exhaust. And so she's going to do that. I know she thrives on having more stress, but I'm going to try to keep it down for now. And it's another one off the board. Okay, so we did her card, we did her action, and so now we got a move step. So she could lose another stress if she doesn't move, but I think that's not going to be conducive for us. So I want to get her moving. She's way off in the corner here. It's going to be really hard to get her out of here. So we're going to draw a vehicle for her. So this is her move. 1 step there, and she got herself a road buzzard. She gets a move 2 exhaust, and then ditching. While driving this vehicle, move 2. During this movement, you may move through water areas, but you cannot end your movement. So you basically... I know I laughed the last time I saw this. You basically get to try to skate your motorcycle over the water until it sinks. The fact that they thought of it is what cracks me up. Okay, well, this is a new miniature for us. Pretty badass looking one, if you ask me. So there was 1 movement. She has 2 left. So we could try to just go straight over the water. That's not a bad idea. I just don't think she desperately needs to get over the water right now. So she's going to go 1, 2, and then exhaust it to move 1, 2 more. And she's actually next to this green clue, which by the book has a resistance of 0. So she's next to that criminal and the green clue token. And she doesn't even have to get off her vehicle to engage them. So I don't know if that makes a difference with her, but that's still something we can do. But her turn's over, so she can't like do anything. She just made it there. So now we have, last but not least, is this guy. And so he can get back in his vehicle, which each time you suffer stress, exhaust while riding this vehicle to move one, then move one for every stress on the card, which he doesn't have any. He was going to, like, he could actually have done 1, 2, 3, like an almost, because he actually has a tactic that lets him move one more. So he could have moved here by foot and started engaging this. So the question is should I really have two characters engaging the same location? Even though one's a criminal, the other one's... This thing needs 16 progress. So there's a part of me that's like, you know what, I shouldn't piss around. I mean, I should get the 16 progress. The other thing is there's this one that's snuck in over here, and so he's within move distance of being able to get there. It's R28. Who has that one? Uh-oh. I don't see an R28 anywhere. That might have been one of the ones we removed. Okay, I got an A19. It's on the board. Oh, I have an A5, which is on the board, and I have a P13, which is on the board. The B31 and this one were both removed. You know what? I did them and I forgot to remove them from the board. So, silly me. There's nobody there. So I really only have 2 of them on the other end of the board. So that just answered my question. So then the next question is I can do a move to get over there, but then I'm sort of leaving the vehicle behind. Or I can do 1, 2, 3. And I can exhaust it to move at least one more. And then he has the ability to move one more because of his tactic. Yep, he's a sports fan, so he can exhaust and move one more. Oh, and then it says during your move step, you may move one additional space or street if you have at least one crime in your area, which he does. So he's going to move even one more. So he was able to get all the way around. No problem. And I just do that because I don't want to lose the vehicle. So he cannot encounter this clue or the guy because it's 2 spaces away. Okay, so he is going to have to get out of the vehicle to encounter. And so we can encounter the criminal or we can encounter the clue. The criminal is going to get a resistance if he doesn't encounter it right now. Yeah, he'll encounter the criminal. All right, so here's 3. And he got 3 successes, which is enough. So he got rid of the criminal. So here's what's really cool. And I promise I will forget it 100 times. She gets gain 1 hunch each time a crime is busted. It doesn't say by who. So she gets, she's getting another hunch. She's going to start becoming a hunch machine. She's going to be the hunchback of Notre Dame. The hunchback of Brook City. Okay, so he just did that. And then his ability lets him put a progress on a crime in his crime area. So his crime area now has 2 progress out of 4. So he's gradually eliminating that one. Although I think it's going to cause him problems soon. He actually gained an extra... Oh, I think I did roll 3 dice, didn't I? Yes. So he gained an extra die. I took care of that. Oh, he's allowed to encounter a crime up to 3 spaces away. So he didn't have to leave the vehicle, but that's okay. So we did his move. We did his attack. Let's do a card. So this one we already have for him. So you can place 1 progress on each crime within 5 spaces. Not a good idea. There's no crime. Encounter, but this is the gun encounter, which is not good against the clue. For each of these rolled, you may spend 1 hunch. No. Here we go. Each cop near a crime gains a hunch. Unfortunately, there's not a single cop near a crime. But that's okay. I don't care about it. We're still going to do this because I want the by the book attack. He gets to roll 3 dice when he does a by the book encounter. And so he's going to do that and discard this card. Wow, that's the first card he's ever discarded this game. I didn't realize that. Okay, so he's going to roll 3 dice and he's going to roll it against the clue. All right, so we got a crit. We need lots of crits. So 1, 2, 3, 4 crits. He's going to take the hunch. He actually only has 1, so getting a hunch is going to be good for him. So 1, 2, 3, 4 hits on this thing. So four progress out of 16 against that clue, which I think is a good call. Now, he's actually in our worst spot. He has 6 stress. So we do need to cool him off a little bit and get some stress off of him. The thing I'm missing is having Axel and the ability to give people leads. But anyways, I think that is all 4 characters. So now we do the crime section. So the only ones that have crimes are Axel. And it's just going to get another progress. It's at 2 out of the 3 that it can have. And then this one is at 2 out of the 3. And then it doesn't trigger until a 4th one would be placed. Same with the other one. They're both identical, actually, in that regard. So we still have a few more turns for both of those. And everybody gets to draw a card. Selena, you may discard 1 hunch to place a progress on the target. Very good. Meryl, well, if you suffered she already has 1 of these, so she now has 2 of them. And she can, if the prepared step says discard up to 5 stress to place 1 progress on a nearby target for each stress discarded. Ooh, that could be sweet daddy right there. This one, you got another one of those sports fan ones. And then Mallory, who has only 1 card in her hand, by the way. So she's desperate for cards. For each hunch you have, you may place 1 progress on a crime. Yep, very good. Okay, so done with that. Now we go to the criminal step. We know that everybody has to discard a hunch or get blackmailed. That's Anatoly's ability. 1, 1, 1, and 1. Done. Okay, so next one is we're going to remove this hunch. So assets are going to start coming out again. And then the next one is 1 and 1. Everything's moving down. This game is a lot easier to manage, by the way, when you're playing with a criminal deck that you're familiar with and a location that you're familiar with. I think my number of errors is drastically reduced as a result. I'm still convinced that the Delta Keys expansion requires more than, definitely more than 1 character and maybe more than 2 to play. But anyways, let's see this next one. Oh, it's a clue. I was getting confused. This one's on 017. And, oh, right next to us. Very good. But that one needs cautious. So, that'll be interesting. Now, the, what was I going to say? The only activate here is, if there's no clues, you get stress. Well, we have 2 clues out, so no worries there. All right, so now we go to the next round. We're going to do dispatch. I was able to do that in 24 minutes. You know what? Given the fact that I'm controlling 4 characters, that sounds about right. 1, 2, 3. We've already gone through the entire deck. So that means those nasty event cards are coming back again. Here's the first one. Each cop must discard a lead they control or they are blackmailed. Oh, come on. Okay, so that means Mallory is going to draw another criminal card. So let me grab the discards here and shuffle, shuffle. Axel is actually very close to being fired. He's at 9 stress right now. No, 8 stress. That's pretty bad for him. So we definitely got to get him healed. So no moving for him. Okay, so now I'm drawing a card for Mallory. So she's going to get one on I6. And then this is the one for Axel. This is the suffer 2 stress or place an asset. You know what I'll do is I'll just let Axel place the asset. Everybody else will suffer the stress. So 2 for Mallory, 2 for Meryl Jones, and then 2 for Selena here. And then we're going to get an asset out. Just gotta B30. So all the way up here at the airport. Okay, so then the next one is for oh, I still got to resolve the blackmail. Meryl Jones doesn't have a card, so she has to take another criminal card. So Q1's coming out. Same one we just had. Okay, so now we go to Meryl Jones' actual dispatch card. And she's getting L1, which is right here by the boat. And then for Selena, K30. So K30 all the way over here, like so. Okay, so these are already in the discard pile. You know what, I'm going to try to figure out how to keep these near me, because I hate reaching across the table for them. So just trying to make room. Okay, so that was dispatch. Now it's peanut butter attack time. We all of a sudden have a lot of crimes on the board, but you know, we can't let ourselves get distracted by that too much. Also, Selena now has the Delta Keys distraction. So she's not going to be quite as helpful as she was in the past, but we'll see. Maybe she can still do some stuff. Not quite sure. So where do we begin? What should we do? We also have Mallory there, actually has a crime right next to her. So instead of going after the lead, she could pause and take care of the crime, which I don't see any harm in, to be quite honest. All we're doing is punching this guy anyways to get him damaged. So, I think I'm going to start with Meryl Jones here. She's next to this green clue, and let's get some progress on the clue. She's going to play this Stay Focused card. While you have suffered at least 7 stress, every encounter gains +1. She can exhaust it to gain 2 more stress. I don't think we want to do that right now, but... and she's going to get off her vehicle while she's doing this to be in this location, because she has this ability here where she can exhaust this card and every cop in her location discards 1 stress. So she's going to heal, what's his name? So that's going to be very helpful. So we're going to heal him 1, and she's going to heal herself 1, but not until after she attacks, okay? Because she is at exactly 7 stress, and then healing 1 makes it 6. So that healing is going to be at the very end of her turn. I'm just doing it now while I remember it. Okay, so she's going to encounter this thing. We've played her card. We've now we're going to do the attack, and then the exhaust will happen sometime after the attack. And I think she's not going to move, which will then let her heal another stress. So I'm going to do that right now, just so I don't forget. But yes, we're going to go after this greeny guy here. So she gets to roll 2, 3 dice. She could gain a stress to roll another one, and she's not going to. So we're going to roll 3 dice with her. All right, so there's 1, 2, 3. This was that situation. And then she got a crit. And then we have that. So, okay, she actually has 3 hunches. What she's going to do is she's going to spend 1 to make it 4 and then take 1. So she stays with her 3 hunches. I think that's fair. So we're going to do 4 more on. So I'm going to put on a 5, take 1 away. So this sucker's up to 8 out of the 16. It's halfway there. Bon Jovi would be proud. Okay, so that's it for her turn. Who do I want to go next? I think Wilson Fox should go next. Let's try to whittle this green clue down. Yeah, let's do that. So, looking at his cards, I don't want to play this one because the prepared ability is just a move 3. So we're going to put that at the bottom. I like this one now. Each cop near a crime gains a hunch. Actually, there's only 1 cop near a crime, but it's still a decent one. Encounter for every shield rolled. Yeah, we don't want to do these 2 encounters because the particular clue is got high resistances against those. We do have another one of these. So right here, place 1 progress on each crime within 5 spaces. He has no crimes within 5 spaces of him, so it's a very bad call. So we're going to put that at the back again. So yeah, he can either draw a card or we're going to do this one. Keep him close. So Mallory's going to gain a hunch because she's the only one near a crime. Everybody else doesn't, but he does get to do a attack with this, and then he'll do his regular attack. So we're going to do the attack with this first, which lets him roll 3 dice with no resistance. And we got a crit. 1, 2, 3. And he only has 1 hunch, so he's actually going to take the hunch. So we can get up to 2. And he got 3 successes on this, so... So take 10 and 2 away, so he's at 11. But now he's going to do his regular attack. And that lets him put a progress on a crime in his area. So he now has 3 out of 4 progress on a crime in his area. Hope I grabbed the wrong one. I grabbed an influence token. All right, 3 out of 4 progress on his crime. And yeah, so he's going to get to roll 3 dice again. We're up to 11. But we got another crit. So that's 4 more. So that puts it to 15 out of the 16 that it needs. So he's going to spend the 1 influence to make it 16. So we're done. We got our man. All right, so the clue has been taken. So this card, flip the card's clue token to its inactive side and remove the card from the game. So card is out of the game, and we can flip this over to the inactive side, or like I like to do, I think you have to give this to the character. So I'm going to just give this to Wilson. So he has to get Anatoly in order to be able to give that clue to him. So that's good. We got the clue tokens, and he will not move, so he can lose 1 more stress. And I believe that's it for his turn. That was a very productive turn for him. He is going to get back in the car, though, because the car can absorb stress if he gets any more stress. So he will do that at the end of his turn. And at some point, at the end of her turn, she would have done the same thing. So everybody's out. Okay, so that's two of them. We got Mallory and we got Selena. Let's do Mallory. And I know Mallory's supposed to keep punching Anatoly there, but she has a crime right next to her, L1. So I'm trying to see who has that one. Meryl Jones has it. And the resistance to buy the book is 2, which is awful. So I'm not sure this is a good one for her. So what she can do... I'm thinking. She has that card that's going to let her place hunch tokens on. She has so many hunch tokens, she can just outright bust anybody that she wants. So what I'm thinking is, who do I want to bust? I can bust the one that's right next to Mallory, because that one has a really high by the book resistance, so it would be very hard for Mallory to bust it any other way. But I think I'm going to bust this one that Selena has, which is on A19, which is very far away on the other end of the map. It has 2 influence on it. So I'm going to go ahead and bust that one. So A19 is gone. So let me get that discarded. And let me grab the miniature. And of course, the card is gone. She's played 3 of these, or 2 of these now. So I think there's only one more left in her deck. And then Meryl, because of the bust, gets a hunch. So she's going to become a hunch machine here. So that was Mallory's card. Oh, yeah, look at this. She has this ability. She's just going to goose him, because she does duck, duck, goose, not duck, duck, gray duck. And she can exhaust this. Every cop near a crime gains a hunch. I kept forgetting to do that. Man, I got to remember that. We can do that every turn. And then this here, she can discard 1 hunch to reduce the resistance by 1. Well, the resistance is 2, but she can reduce it at least down to 1, so that's better than nothing. So she's going to do that, and she's going to, exhaust that to gain a hunch because she's next to a crime. And then she actually gets to just take a hunch because that's part of her attack. So she's going to lose, she's actually going to have a gain of 1 hunch here. Yeah, so 2 dice, resistance of 1. So she did 1 progress. That's better than nothing. So L1 gets 1. Okay, she is not moving. So she will take 1 stress off. She has the option to take the lead that's next to her, but then the lead would move and somebody would have to move to it. She can discard 1 influence from each. Yeah, that's not a bad one. I think for now she's going to leave it. All right, so everybody's done except for Sylvia now. Okay, so Sylvia, I think, wants to deal with the keys there. And she only has 1 resistance if it's a cautious approach. So let's look at her stuff here. Yeah, only 1 if it's cautious. She can encounter with the by the book. Then she can discard 1 hunch to place 1 progress on the target. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. I'm going to encounter, and I get to add +1 if I control at least 2 tactic cards, which I do. So she's going to get to do 3 dice. And then because it's a cautious, that's going to make it a 4th die. And I am not going to do this one. So 4 dice. Oh, that was an awful tragedy at Brook City. So 4 dice here. Everybody misses you. They want you to play.
Eventually.
Eventually. Yeah. Christmas, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the resistance is 1, and all I have to do is overcome the resistance to at least get rid of the card. And then every progress I make, I get rid of those tokens. All right, look at that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 already, and 5. Okay, so 5 successes minus 1 resistance. We got 4 successes. Everything is A-okay. All right, so we got rid of all 3 of these, no problem. And then this one's going to get revealed, and each cup gains a hunch. So that's not bad at all. So 1 for everybody. Like candy. It's like a Pez dispenser. All right, so she still has her regular attack now. So she's going to do that. She's going to attack somebody. And so I'm just going to look at a criminal here that has no resistance to cautious. And we're going to light them up. So there's one on I6. This one here on K30. All the way over here. It is Selena's own criminal one. It needs 3 progress. She's going to get to roll 3 dice. And let's get it done. So there you go. I got an explode. So I don't know. Let me move those so you can see them. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. So K30 is eliminated. And I need to remember to give. Meryl Jones is just getting stressed, getting them like mad now. She just got another hunch. So that's done, and then that's right. This one has I can resolve a prepared effect, so I can discard 1 stress. So I will do that. So we're down to 3. Maybe I've been nice to get her a card, but the stress is better. And she's not moving, so she loses another stress. So there's that. And I sort of like the idea that she can just camp there and just sort of nuke everybody from Valis. Malice from Valis. We just need to name her Alice, and then we're all set. Okay, we are done. We move to crime phase. No crime. These 2 are both going to get a progress. Or influence, I mean. And then down below here, there's 1 being added there, and this one's getting its 3rd and final one. Okay, so now we go up to there, and we know that we have to discard a hunch to avoid blackmail. So everybody's going to discard a hunch right now. Done. Okay, so then we move to the diplomat thing, and he's putting out an asset. So a second asset's coming out on P30. P30, Wallaby Lane, Sydney, Australia. Okay, so done. Both of the assets are on the right side of the board. Not very fun to get to. Oh, and then this. So 1 token goes on each. So the assembly line of this is pretty bad. It's really interesting. What if I would have brought 2 characters there, and then we could have just, you know, then you can always just start eliminating crimes from far away. But it's really hard because you need your characters here to get the clues. The Delta keys is definitely, it adds more complexity to the game. There's no doubt about that. All right, so we're done with the criminal phase. So now we come here and... All right, each cop near a clue token may draw a lead. Otherwise, you must discard a hunch. Well, I think we're all discarding hunches. So Selena lost her last one. Everybody else has plenty. I guess Wilson only has 1. All right, so then we're now to a new turn, and let's do dispatch. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so first one is J19. Another one's coming out. Second one, R28. That's gonna be way over here. Third one, E13. And the last one is P13. Right there, next to everybody. Okay, we get to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop. And looks like I have tripod issues again. All right, I'm gonna stop and I'll see you in a few seconds. Thanks for watching. Stay awesome.